What's good, y'all? Welcome to my first impressions of Cloak and Dagger Season 2. You guys know that I was actually a little bit more excited to this one than Season 1. You guys know that when Season 1 came out and when it was announced, I wasn't hyped in the slightest. When I did my trailer react to the season, when I was like, oh my god, ABC garbage, this is gonna be trash. I'll watch it, but I'm not expecting nothing. And I even said, you better keep this on with the watch. I'll drop you without second thought, but the show ends up keeping my interest, and I actually ended up really enjoying Cloak and Dagger. Season 1, you guys know I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Season 2 is already off to an amazing start. I can definitely say this is going to be, probably definitely going to like this one more than Season 1. But I think Cloak and Dagger still has a ways to go. I think I think the non-Netflix series have a ways to go before they compete against the Netflix series. But I'd say if we get like more shows like Cloak and Dagger on Marvel Heroes like this, I say that there is a possibility that these indeed could compete with the Netflix series, since all the Netflix series are done. I mean, all of them got canceled, and Jessica Jones Season 3 is going to be coming out sometime later this year, and that's going to be the end of the Netflix series. For the time being, hopefully maybe they might come back on the Disney streaming service, but I'm not holding my breath on that. But whatever the case may be, let us get into Cloak and Dagger Season 2. Alright, so I'm not going to talk about the cast. The cast is pretty much the exact same. There's a couple new people, but nothing really that major. Plus I already did that, and plus it's the first way. I'll do that stuff on the review actually when I get to the review. But first off, so this takes place, I think, like several months after, like 8 months after Season 1, if my memory is correct. And of course, since then, Ty is on the run, so he's now living in the church that Tandy used to live in there, and he's just trying to stay there, lay low until, he's finally exonerated. He has also tried to do some crime, trying to help him out, but it's not really doing much. In fact, he ends up starting some crime war, apparently, like around the first episode. And Dandy, she's doing pretty good for herself. She's finally reconnecting with her mom. She's gone back into ballet. And, life is good for them. Ty, is doing a little bit better. Even as Tandy sat in there and give him, like, textbooks, I guess, just to make sure he keeps up with his education, which is pretty cool. And, he even, like, still playing some basketball in the church, which that was, like, pretty cool. Yeah. And we also, of course, got the new villain, that's, Emily Lahamat's character. She's apparently Mayhem, and we find out. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to go into that because that's spoiler stuff in the second episode. So first of all, let me talk about the cast. So Aubrey Joseph once again is without a doubt the highlight. Like you guys know, if you saw my review back for Season 1, I said this man was a highlight of the series. He was very relatable to me because, of course, guys know I am indeed half black, so I can relate a lot to what he has to say. Well, I have not personally had to deal with any stuff like the cops and everything, but I can definitely relate to that. He was, and also his just acting overall was great across the books. And I still want to one day get that Blade Cloak series, because he posted a picture on his Insta with Wesley Snipes, the man that played Blade. And I was like, give this to a Netflix series, goddammit, I need a Netflix series for these two, because I would fanboy so hard when I saw that. Olivia Holt is once again great as Tandy. She's doing pretty good. Acting is great across the board. Now, you guys know that one of my biggest flaws with Season 1 was the fact that the supporting characters weren't all that great, and they just didn't really do much, if anything, in here. Season 2, now granted, it's still really early to say whether or not Season's going to do a better job with that or not, because, of course, we've only have the first 2 episodes, we won't know, but I don't know, it doesn't look like they're going to change that much, because there's still not really much of supporting characters, and even then, I don't really care for any of them. Like I said, the romance between Ty and that other girl, I mean, it's fine, but I'm not like, oh my god, I love these two, this ain't no, it's a good romance in the Netflix series. Shit, there are none. Well, I'm lost. Okay, you got me on that one, because I can't think of any, no, Bruce and Selena in Gotham, because, they're finally together. They're finally gotten together, finally. Loving Gotham Season 5. So when's that gonna come back on air? Give me those last 2 episodes already, goddammit. I want to see him. So that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for the Gotham. So yeah, Gotham's almost over, man. Oh, that show was so good. Anyway, so they're great. One thing and also we do see them a lot, and we see that they've had a little bit more control of the superpowers. Season 1 Ty couldn't really control when and where he was cloaking and teleporting. Here, he could pretty much do it that easily. we see there's also this cool, and I like how they kind of kept the spiritualism stuff from season 1. You know, that kind of like a mystical stuff. Because you know when this one dude gets killed, he puts out the symbol made out of, like, I think it was salt, and you know, Ty figures it out, writes it out with chalk, and you know, stuff happens with that one. One thing I also got to say, I was also kind of wondering if this was if they were going to keep this in season 2, because you guys know that season 1 had a lot of race overtones, talked a lot about race, especially with Ty. Ty was without a doubt always top of race, and that was without a doubt the best parts of season 1. Was the stuff with Ty, the conversation he had with his mom around the end of the season. They actually did keep, they still have kept the race undertones, but once again, they do not pander, this doesn't shove this shit down your throat like some SJW nonsense, which is actually pretty shocking, because I've noticed a lot, because I didn't notice this when I watched season 1, but with season 2, Freeform is a very SJW heavy network. That is an SJW paradise, I've noticed, because, you know, season 1, it had some series, you know, that could have been more lefty, but this one, dear God, it was, oh my God, they shoved that shit down your throat, like literally, I was watching season 1, I didn't watch it last night because I thought Gotham was on air, and then when I found out it wasn't, I completely forgot about Cloak and Dagger, so I was like, and when I realized, oh shit, Cloak and Dagger, it was already kind of late, so I was like, you know what, I'll watch it tomorrow. I'll watch it tomorrow morning. So when I got there and I was watching the episode, then there's this ad that pops up being like, "Dear society, we are tired of you telling us we are not black enough, we are not brown enough," and all that shit. And it's like, no, it's not us, it's you. Fuck you, sincerely Freeform. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, what is this shit? Like, I am shocked season 1 was so restrained and tackled racism so well, when Freeform is just, ugh, it's SJW nonsense. You know, I was shocked. Now, great, I don't know if Marvel, if you know, Freeform was just a network, because great, all those other shows that are on Freeform look like they were made for Freeform, while Cloak and Dagger was just put there because, you know, it's meant for a teen to a, like, more young adult audience, or like, and because it's ABC, they were like, you know, well, you own ABC, this is an ABC network, let's just put it there. So, you know, thank God, because I was like, gee, guys, how did y'all manage to keep the racism, you know, not sound like some SJW nonsense when the rest of your network is nothing but that shit? But hey, you know, props to the Cloak and Dagger writers. So that's what I was saying. They kept the race. I don't really consider this a spoiler because it really doesn't really spoil anything. But if you guys want to just, you know, you haven't seen the episodes yourself, you know, skip ahead a little bit. But I love how there's this one scene where Tandy is going out there. She's part of this group. I also got, she's now talking to some group with her, I'm guessing she's helping out her mom because her mom's still dealing with some issues. And there's this woman out there who, you know, is a part of it, who is in an abusive relationship. Which actually, at the end of the second episode, they have, if you know someone who's in domestic violence, you know, call this hotline, you know. And so when she tells, you know, just leave after she, and I like how they kept the whole. One thing I like about the Cloak and Dagger is how street level it is with the heroes, because, you know, we see Tandy and Ty where they're trying to help people, but they say, like, you know, some people just don't want to be helped. Because Tandy, she goes after she leaves, after the dude was abusing her, she leaves. Tandy comes in there, uses her little, like, daggers, and writes on the wall, "Stay away from her." And then the dude spins into some story about, like, oh yeah, 3 guys tried to bust in my place. I tried to take them out, but I couldn't. You know, and so she's like, oh, he's so sweet, you know, maybe I should give another chance, maybe he is an abusive asshole, you know, like she's in some fucking fantasy land, like she's like rationalizing, you know, her abuse. She's like, oh no, maybe he's actually going to change, you know, and Ty's like, what the fuck, not Ty, Tandy's like, what the fuck is this shit? No, you see that time? And she's like, yeah, and she's like, bitch, he is lying, leave his ass. And, you know, she runs away crying. They can't find her. But then Tandy comes over to this neighborhood after one of the other guys that's part of the group kind of comes there because he kind of thinks she's there. Thinks she's there. And when she gets there, there's this pole. This little pole that has a bunch of missing people signs. All of them are black women, or I'm pretty sure they're all black women. And, you know, you got a little group around there, you know, singing some, you know, humming some stuff. And Tandy's like, where are the cops? Where are the reporters? Why aren't they here? Oh, they would be, and the dude says, who is a black man, says, oh, they would be for you. Talks about Tandy. You know, a pretty white blonde girl. They'd be out there giving her updates every hour on the hour. But us, not so much. I was like, damn. Like I said, I like how it's tackling racism. I like that we're talking about race. Now, granted, like I said, now when I say top of race, you have to walk a very fine line where it doesn't feel like it's pan or SCW shit, where it actually feels like it's part of story that's necessary. This, like I said, how it tackles here in Cloak and Dagger, as well as in, you know, how it was done in the Netflix series, in the Defenders, as well as in Luke Cage, they actually feel like part of stories. They feel like natural part. They don't feel like it's pandering SJW nonsense. Okay, like I said, it comes right here too. I like how they do it, and I don't think they're going to keep the racism as how much they did back in season 1. They'll probably keep it down back because it's going to be a lot more, just like more like it looks like it's going to be more of a straight up just superhero series. Like, you know, I don't know, any of the other series are not so much like not so much how it was with season 1. So, you know, but I do hope that they still keep up bringing Rays, and they do it, you know, keep it up to the way they're doing it in season 1, because like I said, how it's done in season 1 and here is perfect. Leave it like this. Do not start pandering. Do not start doing all that shit, please. So, you know, that's all I gotta say about that. As far as flaws I have to say with this series, I didn't really like the pacing of the second episode, because it was constantly shifting perspective. Like, you know, we see one part of the episode that takes place in the future, then we go back into the past to see how they got there, and half the time I'm forgetting about that, so it's kind of disorienting when we're constantly being shifted between the past and the present. It got a little disorienting for me. But that's like a really small gripe with the whole episodes as a whole. The soundtrack, once again, for the episodes are great. I love the tracks they have picked out for these seasons. Like I said, I like Cloak and Dagger soundtrack. Like the episodes, like the songs I pick for the episodes are always ended up really being good. So, yeah, that's about it I have to say with Cloak and Dagger season 2 as far as my first impression is concerned. Overall, really damn pleased with that. I'm pleased with that. I'm loving season 2 so far. I'm very pleased with how they have handled the season. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the next episode. Hopefully Gotham comes back soon, because seriously, I want to see what's happening with Gotham. But anyway, so overall, I would give the first 2 episodes of Cloak and Dagger Season 2 a 9 out of 10, guys. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time. And also, guys, tell me down below what you guys have thought about Cloak and Dagger Season 2. So anyway, guys, see you next time.